Welcome to Home Team Advantage. I'm Gary Gimbetti along with Mike Egan. And after an extended vacation,
Hey, I want to ask you a question.
don't even get
Did you
started.
miss me?
Yeah, I missed you. Let me tell you, we had a lot to discuss, and you had took your sweet time about getting back from Florida.
Oh,
But
what
I
a
don't blame you either. I heard it wasn't very warm down there at certain times either.
well, the time I was on it was 75, 80
Oh,
every
all
day.
right. Well, so you lucked out
They're
then.
actually in a drought, worst one in 120
Ooh,
years or something like that, the northern part of the Panhandle. So,
ooh, well, that's where you were.
yep,
Oh,
30 miles from the Georgia border.
well,
How
maybe
y'all
that's
doing?
maybe that's why it was so nice out. Maybe the more centrally
Yeah,
located
it
you
was.
get down there, the colder it is.
Worst part was trying to get back.
Oh, I suppose.
4 hours in Atlanta trying to get a flight. And this is on Tuesday. And they go, maybe we can get you out of here by Thursday.
So did you have to sleep in the airport?
No, we drove back.
Oh, drove back to Florida, back to where your
Yeah.
buddy has his castle.
No, we drove back from, yeah, then we drove back from there to Minnesota.
Oh, you drove all the
Yeah.
way. Oh, okay.
So
Well, that's not. I mean, that's a long trip, but it's probably pretty interesting. I would assume, depending on the route you
yeah, the
go.
weather was good. I mean, if you like freeway driving,
Well,
I think
yeah.
I memorized every billboard from here to Chicago. Anyways, high school sports. Let's get going. We missed the
Yeah, we missed a whole lot of stuff
tournament
about
time.
that. Yeah, the state boys hockey tournament, giving won their first game 4-1. I believe they beat over Dodge County, and then they beat Matabita, I believe 4-1. If I can remember back that far.
Let me. I'm sitting in a bar having a hamburger down in Florida, and we got them to mirror our phone so we could watch the game on the TV. And those people are down there looking. What is that? That pro? They go, no, that's high school hockey. 19,000 people watching a high school hockey game. Oh yeah, that's the Minnesota high school tournament. So by the time the game got started, and by what the third period, we must have had 20 people
Oh.
watching the hockey game that never watched one before. So
Well,
it was kind of neat.
yeah, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But obviously, they against War Road and another Section 8 team because they lost the East Grand Forks last year, a Section 8 team.
Yep.
And down 3-1. And I know we're not going to spend maybe that much time on this, but nice comeback.
Yeah.
Very nice comeback. Benny Whitaker Rewerts, Benny Galley. And I think was it Isaiah had a goal in that comeback. And Benny puts them ahead 4-3 with about 3.5 minutes left. And it's like I started choking. I'll be honest, I started choking up because I
Yeah.
thought they were gonna
Make it.
pull it off and pass. The 73 team wanted to pass the torch
Yeah.
to the 80 to the 2026 team, and looked like it was going to happen. And then all of a sudden, with 40 seconds to go, they get the tying goal, and then 1 minute into overtime, War Road wins it. And
But it just seemed to be one of those games where it was kind of meant to be that Warroad was going to win because of, all the trial and tribulations they have gone through to try to get down there. And this is Hibbing's second year in a row, and they're expected to win. But hey, it was a great game, good fun to watch, and unfortunately, Blue Jackets came out second.
well, the thing that bugs me the most is they're spouting off on War Road, having hadn't won a state championship since like 2005. Well, that's only 21 years ago.
Yeah.
Hibbing hasn't won a state championship since 73, which is like what, 50?
It's 50
some years ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, why are they any special for not having won a state tournament since 2005? That part I don't get.
Because it's War Road.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's stupid.
And
Is
Henry
what it is.
Boucher.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
Bobby Boucher.
well, yeah. No, well, I don't remember watching Henry play, but I know he was a heck of a hockey player. And yeah, War Road played well. They actually had their backup goalie in because their regular goalie got hurt, I think, at the end of the year. And he played a heck of a game. Obviously had a heck of a tournament.
Yep.
But I feel bad for the kids. And I'm getting over it myself, and I have no stake in the matter, but
Yeah, see, the younger you are, the more resilient you are.
Yeah, that's true.
As old as you are and me,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
it'll be another week.
And again, I want to reiterate. I just talked to Derek Gabardi this morning, and his brother-in-law Tom passed away.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, last week, and the funeral's today. And I just want to reiterate. I said there's worse things in life that can happen than losing in a state championship game. I know those kids had their heart set on it, and it didn't happen. But again, take it into everything's relevant,
right.
and enjoy what you had, and be proud in what you accomplished, because you didn't let anybody down in town. Believe me,
No.
everybody was supporting you, the school was supporting you, the community supporting you. You did the community proud.
Yeah.
So take that with you.
The same with the boys basketball team.
Well, yeah, and we'll get on to that. I mean, they obviously made it to a second straight 7 AAA finals against Grand Rapids, and that was on. The game against Duluth Denfeld was amazing. I didn't see it, but I was getting scoring updates because I was down at the hockey tournament, and to see them beat Denfeld, which
who was favored.
they
win the whole thing.
Well, they weren't the number 1 seed this
Yeah.
year. Rapids was, but Denfeld certainly had the team again to repeat.
Yep.
And to focus in on a defensive effort that they put in on Denfeld after that game they had here in Hibbing, where they think they ran away with that game, was a fantastic. I mean, and against Grand Rapids, they held Grand Rapids to 8 points for 13 and a half minutes of the first half. I mean, that, the only issue was that we didn't have enough firepower offensively
to take advantage
of that, because we were only up by about 8 or so. And then Rapids started scoring, and we ended up, Jack Bottoms hit a 3-pointer at the buzzer in the first half to go up by, I think, 2 or 3. And then in the second half, Rapids started scoring, and we did too, but not enough, obviously. But yeah, they just did not in that first, and that was reminded me of the last year that Aiden played, where we had a shot at Hermantown we should have beat in that section final game, but we just didn't take advantage of our scoring opportunities. Because if Hibbing gets up by 10 or 15 points in that game against Rapids,
different story.
I think it's over.
Yeah.
I was kind of joking. Well, go ahead.
I was just going to say, the thing to remember too is both hockey and basketball, you got the kids coming back next year. So future looks pretty bright on that end.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I was saying, I was sitting taking pictures with Emily Law during that game, and I looked at her and I said, well, if Ray can go for 50, kind of jokingly, I said, well, then we got a good chance at this. Yeah. Well, he hit 25 that night, so I mean, I know it would have taken more than that, but Ray had a very good game, but we only had one other guy in double figures, and we had a guy with 9, and then the rest of the scoring, I think, was down by like 3 points a piece. So
it'll be a little more balanced.
Yeah, you do. I mean, if they get 2 more guys up in the 15-point range, they win the game.
Yeah.
So, but it's all, it's all over and done with. I saw that Grand Rapids down at the state yesterday. They got beat by 50 points from De La Salle. Yeah. So how we would have done, can't say.
No.
I mean, but De La Salle is a good team. They're the number 2 seed, and
Portal school.
Yeah, well, yeah, private portal, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so again, congratulations to Grand Rapids for pulling that out and getting down there. But now Rapids is losing a good chunk of that team.
But the other thing too is just seems like all the northern teams, every time we go to the city, they get beat.
Well,
but back to the hockey, it was really nice to see 2 northern teams play in the final.
Yes, it was. I don't even know if I know when the last time that ever happened. I mean, because that was nice to see Warroad and Hibbing in the finals.
Oh, before we go to, I just want to send out my condolences to the Hill family. A lot of people don't know who that is. That's my old basketball coach in high school. And there's a gentleman, not only coach, but helped lead a lot of young athletes into the right direction. So he'll be sadly missed. But he went state tournament. He won it in 76.
Mhm.
And we went in 71 and 72. So it was, he had a pretty good track record for a while there. But he
Yeah.
used to wear weighted shoes for practice and run, gassers all the time. And finally, by the end of the year, the big guys got caught up, so we'd have to keep doing it. But yeah, he was a good coach. So
And then again, too, the condolences and sympathies go out to the Anderkin family.
Yeah.
So believe me, people are thinking and praying for you. So we hope you stay strong through this time of grief that you're going through. So,
anyways, girls basketball finished up their program. Hopefully for next year, they got some girls coming back. So that looks promising.
wrestling did not get any boys down to state, but they did get, I mean, they did get some placers at the section meet. I think third was the highest. And again, I'm not sure, but I know the Menkadek kids did okay and the Horst kids did okay. And some guys up at the top did okay. So they got a young team coming back.
And then had a
Next
young
year.
lady go.
And Monticello, Arlene Monticello actually was the first Hibbing female wrestler to make it down to state.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that didn't go so well for her, but still,
She made it.
yeah, she made it and she had that experience. Unfortunately, she's a senior,
Yeah.
so she won't get that chance here, but hopefully she goes on and wrestles in college if she has that opportunity.
Your favorite sport, swimming?
Swimming, Wiley Stenson. But I know it was this is like, okay, that I'm not going to remember all this, but he was seeded number 1 in the 100 freestyle, I believe. And he after prelims and finals, he ended up third, that's not too bad.
No.
I mean, a lot of the guys down there weren't shaved or had their tech suits or whatever you want to call them. So, it was gonna be tough. And then he placed in the top 8 in the backstroke as well. So he picked up quite a few points.
Yeah, good.
He had a heck of a, plus he was on the 2 relays. I think the 200 free placed or 200 medley placed in the top 8. And I'm not sure what the freestyle medley did, 200 free. I'm not positive.
Okay.
But I think they were in the championship heat, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to misspeak though. So they had a very good state meet. I think they were, well, actually Grand Rapids did place higher team-wise than Hibbing did, but they had a good, I believe Hibbing did place higher than Mesabi East.
Damn Thunderhawks.
Well, yeah, but they were loaded. That
Maybe that's why they swam so well.
well, yeah. But I don't know if you even need and I'm not making light of I'm making a little bit of light of this, but I don't know if you need a coach with the number of swimmers he had over there to,
Oh,
you could just place them anywhere you wanted. And
Yeah.
they were going to do well.
well, again, Coach Finziano, at the end of the year, by the end of the year, everything's ready to go and they do well. So hats off to him and his program.
Yeah. Skiing, we didn't get anybody to state in skiing. Jake Wally just missed, I believe.
Yep.
His second run had a little bit of a incident there, and that kept him out of there, so he probably would have made it.
So now we're moving on to spring sports.
Spring sports, I've been going around taking pictures of the teams, and the baseball team has a number of returning starters from last year. Probably all 9 of them, actually.
Wow.
So, yeah, well, they may be missing somebody, but they're going to be pretty decent if they can find some pitching out of all the guys they have
Right.
there. So they should be good. Softball had a decent number of kids there. We'll see if they can find some pitching.
And they play tomorrow?
I don't know.
I think they play tomorrow.
Well, I'm not sure. I'll look. I can look.
So I'm the guy who's been gone for a month, but yet I know when the softball team plays.
Well, I don't know if they don't play them. I know they're supposed to play Cherry coming up here on the 31st, I
Yeah.
believe. And
Well, hopefully they get out and get used on that new field.
Well, hopefully, I mean, as long as the temperatures hold,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can play on a turf field. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not impossible.
Well, plus it's kind of hard to swing an aluminum bat when it's 20 degrees out.
I'm gonna look
Hate,
for this.
hate to see a $200 bat get ruined in cold weather.
But yeah, so we'll see. I mean, hopefully that, I mean, it's the sooner. Well, look at tennis was already out on the,
On the courts?
Courts.
Yeah.
no, they start, I think, next weekend down at St. James, he
Yeah.
said.
But then you got to remember, Gary, it was 62 degrees here yesterday. Now it's 30.
Wow. I know, I wish this spring would make up its mind here. I mean, just if you're gonna be in the 60s, then stay in the 60s.
The school's calendar, girls softball versus Cherry is Tuesday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be the
That's-
31st. So that would be their first game.
Well, I thought they had
Yes.
one tomorrow.
So
Well, good luck to them. Hope they do well.
yeah, and against Cherry is always, I think Cherry's been in like the Section 7A finals like the last 2 or 3 years. But Moose Lake Willow Rivers beat them out, but now Moose Lake moved up to Double A.
And speaking of Sherry, they play this afternoon, and you're going.
Cherry going down to the cities today to cover the Cherry boys basketball team. So good luck to them as you make your 5th straight appearance.
Yeah.
At state. So yeah, I mean that's quite the run.
Oh, they won one.
Yeah, they were 1-1, but my story today, the lowest seed they had been in the previous 4 years was 5th. They were 4th 1 year, and then they were 1st 2 years, and of course they won it
And they're
the
seventh
1
seed
year.
this year.
This year they're 7.
Playing
So
that number 2 seed.
Janesville, Waldorf,
Mhm.
Pemberton, who they say has, they're like 27 or 28-3. So,
But no big guy.
well, I don't
I
know
was
about
told.
that, but they have according to the coach, they have the Bauer brothers down there who are pretty good.
Okay.
So they'll have to deal with them, and I'm sure that their whole team is solid. Cherry's team is solid, so I mean it'll be a good game, I'm sure.
Back to Hibbing, we have track.
Track
Coming up.
has a lot of athletes out for track, and they had a indoor meet at Superior last week, and both the boys and the girls finished first
Mhm.
as teams, and then they had some decent. I don't have that in front of me. I wish I did, but they had some decent placers. They had a lot of girls and a lot of boys in the top 8.
Good.
So
Well, you said the boys program, quite a few.
oh yeah,
participants.
maybe between 9th and 10th or 9th and 12th and junior high, they have almost 90 kids.
Wow,
So
that's great.
yeah, that's one sport that's not suffering for
No, for
participation.
participation. Yeah.
So do they get divided up to like A, B, and C teams?
Well, I know they have a meet coming up in Brainerd. No, Mankato this weekend, but it's an invite only. And the people that put the meet on do the inviting, and it's based on your times. So the only reason I know that, I don't know if Ava's going to get invited or not. So,
No, but Ava had a decent meet last Saturday,
Yeah. and I do have to give her a shout out for her all conference in basketball, which is voted on by coaches.
yep.
So congratulations to her on that honorable mention. So that was great. What do we got left? College. I shouldn't say college, junior college. Oh. Sorry.
You know the person or the company?
Yeah, they're Beach House something real estate. in
Beach
Florida.
House. Oh wow! So you're looking. You're looking to get out of here. No, yeah, the baseball team has played a few games. I know they played in South Dakota, and I know they won a game like 18-13, I think. So hopefully, the new coach this year, I can't remember his name offhand, unfortunately. I shouldn't admit that. But he's got a baseball name. Certainly, it's a baseball name, so it fits perfectly.
Rocky Balboa?
Well, no, it's not Rocky Balboa. Cantrell. I think it's
Oh.
Will Cantrell.
Will Cantrell.
That sounds like a
A
baseball
baseball
name.
name, yeah.
Yeah, that does. I mean, if you're into that kind of
Speaking
stuff.
of Balboa, well, did he end up anywhere? Is he coaching?
He might be a bench coach
The old
somewhere.
Twins manager?
Yeah, I'm not sure where, but he might be a bench coach.
That was our segue into the Twins.
They start today,
Oh,
like what, 2:05 or 3:05 out in Baltimore. The
They're terrible.
Well, we don't know that. We can't say that yet. Maybe after a week, you might be able
But
to
they're
say that.
0-8.
Yeah, because they start with Baltimore, then go to Kansas City,
Yep.
and Bobby Witt just seems to destroy us when we play them. But they have. I know on K-Fan they had Derek Shelton. Is it Derek Shelton on the other morning, and nobody ever asked him like a real tough question. And the one question I know he would not answer that I would ask him is, you lose Pablo Lopez, how come you haven't gone out and tried to
Try to
get
get somebody.
somebody else to replace him? And I know he would never answer that because he's going to be a team guy. But how do you expect to win a whole lot of games if you got Joe Ryan, you got that Taj Bradley, Bailey Ober?
Wow.
Those are probably your top three pitchers.
Yeah.
And then you got to go to this Nick Abel and then to maybe Zebby Matthews as your fifth guy. See, I'll remember those names.
Yeah.
But
they don't have much for relief pitching anymore because
Well,
everybody left.
yeah, then supposedly they've taken care of that. We'll see. But yeah, nobody asked that question. And the one guy on K-Fan just hates the Twins, and you'd think he doesn't want to stir the pot though. I mean, I don't know why they haven't gone out and tried to find another starting pitcher.
Because they need new ownership that's going to go out and do it. That's why.
Well, supposedly Tom Pohlads wanted to change the image of the team, but evidently I don't know if he's going to or not.
No.
I mean, because there's a lot of I don't know what do you call it?
There's the ghost of Carl Pohlad hanging out in that
Wow.
dugout.
Yeah, it's who knows. I
Yeah.
mean, it's the offense. If these guys can play to their potential, should be fine.
They have some good position
Yeah.
players, and they have some guys that can hit the ball, like you just said, if they can, live up to the potential that they're supposed. They're professional baseball players. They
Yeah.
should live up to it.
They should live up. They should be working to have. They need number one. They can't strike out over 1,000 times in a
Right.
season.
Right.
Now, is that? I don't know. Maybe that's unrealistic because there's 182 games and you're going to strike out. But that one year they set a record
Yeah.
for striking out. They have to have better eyes at the plate. You're better off hitting the ball and going out than striking out.
And
I
their
think.
star center fielder was 0 for 7 in the
Oh, in the World Baseball
World
Classic,
Baseball Classic.
which yeah, but so Matt Wallner and Buxton and Luke Keeschel, Royce Lewis, who isn't hurt yet. I don't know if that's wood under here or not, but
We'll pretend.
all right. Who else? Trevor Larnach.
Yep.
I mean, there's guys there that can hit the ball. Brooks Lee. Now, defense I've heard might be an issue because I don't know how solid they are, or fundamentally sound they are.
Well, they're missing
defensively.
a all-pro shortstop because he's gone.
Yeah, but that wasn't the thing that bugged me last year was that they got nobody for him.
Right.
And he's a good player.
Yep.
They should have got something in return for him, and they got some 32-year-old has-been relief pitcher, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, that's over a year, well, not quite a year ago, but they just didn't get anything for him. Do any of the players they get last year off all those trades, are any of them playing this year?
I don't think so.
The only one that might be is the pitcher Bradley
Right.
that they got from Toronto, or either Toronto or Tampa
Tampa.
that they got him from. So he might be the only one. It's all we heard was how great these prospects are.
Yeah.
Well, they're prospects until they can actually make it
Right.
into the big leagues, and that percentage of players that do that are slim.
I'm in none.
Yeah. So we'll see.
So we got a few minutes here. We'll go real quick maybe to the Wild first. having a pretty good year. They got 91 points. Kind of blew it the other night in Tampa, but boy, some great fisticuffs, physicality is that what we call it.
Yeah, see, now you wanted them to get tougher.
And they did.
They did.
Well, that was
Nick
a-
Foligno.
That was a heck of a fight at the center ice. Those two guys went at it for about 2 minutes.
Oh, I heard Nick Foligno just cleaned that guy's clock.
He cleaned his clock. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And I suppose Tampa's sitting there thinking, well, no, this is just what we needed to get going, and
Yeah.
but not when you get your clock clean.
No.
I'm sorry, you messed with the wrong. Well, I think it wasn't a hit on Quinn Hughes
that started it.
that started it, and then this guy jumps in and to fight Nick Foligno, and you're not going to beat up Foligno.
No.
Either one of the Folignos.
And his brother will be back
Yeah,
in a couple of games, I guess.
that's what's going to be fun to watch is
Yep.
if they're on the same line together. I can already wait to see.
So
that.
they're doing fairly well. Timberwolves won last night in overtime without half of their team. When Nas got kicked out and Rudy Gilbert
Fouled out.
out.
Yeah, you said Nas Reed. Jaden McDaniels ended up with ice on
He's
his,
hurt,
I think, and
yeah.
hurt. And a couple other guys too.
And the
got
Ant-Man's
hurt.
out for who knows how long.
Yeah, he should be coming back here in maybe a week or two.
So
But yeah, they were down by 13 in overtime and had a 15-0 run to end it. So good for them. I mean,
Yeah. you know why they won? They played defense
Well,
with no starters.
and that's the other thing. You're never gonna, like Chris Finch said, I heard it on an interview one day, they're never be good without Anthony Edwards on the floor.
Yeah.
But since he's been out,
They've won 4 in a row.
the ball moves around and they get shots, everybody gets involved, and then if you're involved on offense, you're gonna be more involved on defense, and you're gonna play a lot better.
Yeah, well, the other thing I said too is that Ant-Man and Randall can't play together.
Well, that might be. I mean, they got to be on the floor. You might start them together. Sorry, we're going to run over here, but you might start them together. But
Yeah.
then during the game, I think you got to split them up a little bit. So,
How much time we got, Ron?
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay,
Right.
so make it quick.
all right.
Oh, this wonderful team that we go to.
Yeah. Well, no, we're glad.
Vikings. Hey,
We're
quarterback.
glad we're back. So for Mike Egan, I'm Gary Gimbetti. We'll see you again on Home Team Advantage.
For over 25 years, U.S. Bank, located at 211 East Howard Street in Hibbing, Minnesota, has provided office and studio space for Hibbing Public Access Television. We are thankful for their ongoing support. Up North Lettering specializes in embroidery and heat vinyl press applications, along with patches and letter jackets. For more information, call them at 218-966-7850. HPAT would like to thank them for their donation and support.